admit all button because it gives you power. Here they come. This is the point where you hope Zoom doesn't break.
It doesn't say admit all with me. So
Okay, I'm admitting all. I've pressed it. I've pressed it because I don't want any more messages.
Hi.
Oh,
We got in.
Yeah.
finally.
Hello.
Don't worry, folks. We were just running it. We were just making sure we had all our backgrounds and everything was fine. So, quick team meeting. Quick team meeting,
Sure, we
folks.
were waiting.
Don't worry.
Backgrounds.
Leave you behind. We wouldn't leave you behind.
116 people.
Is that background available for everybody? Because I couldn't find it anywhere.
No, it's a special one for music teams, so you'll know who they are. Because if everyone has a green one, everybody will think everybody's on the music team, and that could get very, very difficult.
Well, then I'll leave it with you knowing I'm from Canada.
Nothing wrong with that, Jody. Wow, we haven't had this many in a room for a while. 117
people.
Yeah, it's rather impressive. Well, it was definitely a good thing to get the room that could hold up to 300, wasn't it? Otherwise, 18 of you would be out in the cold.
Simon, I have a question for you.
Oh, so soon. Yes, Olaf.
Yes, I registered for this.
Yes.
And I went on the app and it says not registered. So I had to get so I don't know how to join other sessions. I just happened to get this from a friend.
Yeah, Ian can have a look for you, Olaf, and we'll sort that. So yeah, what we'll do is it could members of music team just keep an eye on the Facebook members page just in case there's anyone else who is posting there saying they've got a similar issue. I don't think hopefully it should be not as that many people, but just keep an eye out if that's possible, please, music team people.
Simon, the hot link didn't work. We just had to get in by the number and the code.
Number and the code. Okay, that's cool. Thank you for letting us know.
Hello, Simon. Haley.
Hello, Haley. How are you doing? Good to see you. Good to see you.
I just wanted to actually tell you something.
Well, you've got 118 people in the room, Haley, so you're telling quite a lot of people. So make sure it's for public consumption.
That song for Waiting actually made me cry. That choir song.
That's because you all sang it so well.
Actually, seriously, it actually made me stop. It was too big for tissues. I was in bits.
Oh, bless you.
In
Well,
tears.
well, the first time I heard it, I have to say I had a little bit of a cry myself, but then I am a crier. I am a crier. I don't hold my emotions well together. Now, folks, what I am going to do is I am going to mute you all, not because I don't love you dearly, but because with 119 people in a room, this could get very noisy very quickly. 1 second. So I think we're 9 minutes past 7, and I think we're probably set to go. Would you agree with me, Melanie? Susan? Yes, excellent. So we'll do our welcomes and introductions, folks. So it is amazing to see you all. I can see lots of familiar faces, although you're spread across 3 pages on my computer, so I can't see all of your faces at the same time. But you're all very welcome, and welcome to Collective College. It's been a labor of love for an awful lot of people in this music team. In fact, pretty much every member of the music team has been involved in putting this event on. So I'm very fortunate to get to chat to you first. I am Simon Lubkowski, for those of you that did not know, founder of the Collective. Again, obviously, COVID has brought us lots of bad things, lots of problems and issues. But one of the main positives, certainly for me, the positive from COVID was obviously forming this group. I think we'll agree that the name change from Big Size Virtual Choir to the collective was probably a wise one to have made early doors. So it is amazing to see you all at Collective College. I'm not going to go through lots of thanks and all those things at the moment, but just for those of you who don't know, I am in Leicester in the UK, and I've just left classroom teaching, and I'm currently trying to make my way as a musician and musical director and anything else which will pay the bills musically, nothing else. I think that is everything. Is that everything I'm supposed to say, Melanie and Susan? Or was there anything else I was supposed to say?
No.
Well, I am going to say to you folks that I will be popping up through the weekend in various recorded and live sessions, and I'll try and get into as many sessions as I can. I hope you have an amazing weekend. I'm going to pass across to Melanie and Susan, who are going to take you through the next part of this intro session to the weekend. So thank you very much. And I now mute myself.
Thank you. Hi, everyone. Most of you already know me. I'm Melanie. I live in the Netherlands. Within the collective, I think I'm known for snacking my way through life. Today, Susan, my support team buddy, and I will introduce the workshop leaders. So I will hand over to Susan now.
Hi, and I unmuted myself. So starting out well. I'm Susan Campbell. I'm in Maryland in the United States. Most of you know me. I sing bass in a Sweet Adeline's chorus. And in my other life, I am a psychologist. So I'm going to be wearing both hats throughout the weekend. I'm doing 2 workshops. One is on the psychology of performance anxiety. And the other one is the psychology of singing. So I hope to see you all in those workshops. And now I will turn it over to Tanya.
Thank you very much. So I think most of you know me as well. So I'm Tanya, or Tan, to those of you that know me well. And I've been part of the music team since the beginning. It's been an exciting journey. And I think Collective College came around after a drunken giggle at Christmas.
125 people.
There's a lot of people. Okay, so I'm here to introduce Claire Barnett-Jones as well, who can't be here this evening because she's singing in Rome, I think. Now, she's one of our, she's our keynote speaker, and we did a little interview, which is on later this evening. Now, Claire started singing as a young child. She found barbershop. She found a barbershop chorus when she was a little girl, and that gave her lots of opportunities to develop as a singer. And after deciding that she wanted to move forward more with that, she became very involved with the Labs Ivy League chorus, which was a youth chorus belonging to Labs. And she became one of their directors at quite a young age. I think she was in her teens, quite early teens at the time. And she has gone on to become an opera singer, and she won the most recent, she's won a lot of things, but the most recent thing that she's known for is that she won the Audience Award at the Cardiff Singer of the World contest, which was very televised. She's worth a Google. I'd have a little look at her if I were you. And yeah, so she started life as a barbershopper, and you'll hear all about that in the interview later on this evening if you're able to make it. So I'm based here in Bedfordshire. I'm running 3 sessions over the weekend that are pre-recorded sessions. One's vocal analysis, and I think that's in the UK, that's 2 a.m. on Sunday morning, Saturday night, Sunday morning. So yeah, you might want to watch that at another time. And I've got The Voice of the Youth at 6:30 on Sunday, which all of the youth members, the youth collective, we have a youth collective as well. All of the youth collective, please come along and say hi to Charlie, because you'll see Charlie in that session. And then we'll be around straight after that in a Zoom room to answer any questions and have a chat. Obviously, you don't have to be a youth to come to that session, but it's a bit of an inside look at a singing lesson. And I am running a breathing and the voice session, and that is Sunday at 6 a.m. So I think that's all of my things covered. I don't know who I'm handing over to though, Mel.
Me again, I think. Yes, me again. Thank you, Tanya. And I'm handing over to Fred. Fred is one of our younger music team members. He's in general very chatty. And when you start him off on anything that has to do with numbers, he will be talking like all night. So Fred, go ahead.
Thank you for the wonderful introduction. So yes, hello, my name is indeed Fred. So yeah, as Melanie said, I'm one of the younger members, but I'm no longer a teenager as of 3 months ago. So now I'm a fully fledged adult, which is exciting. And I'm in North London currently, but next week I'll be heading back to Oxford. So I'm halfway through my maths degree at Oxford, and next week. We have a weird so after 18 months of not being there, finally next week I'm going back. So this is my kind of last hurrah for a bit. I'm running quite a few nerdy sessions, which will be a surprise to absolutely no one that knows me. So one of the things I'm doing, which is with Simon, is we've taken on quite a challenge. We decided we're going to arrange the same song together over the course of the weekend. So lots of you might have seen that. We put out a poll with 10 songs that you could vote on. And so, yeah, so me and Simon have basically given ourselves 48 hours-ish to do a whole, arrangement. And that's going to be in 3 installments. It's going well so far, right, Simon?
I'm going to take the Fifth Amendment on that, Fred. Thank you very much.
Well, mine sounds great. So, but yes, that's pretty fun. I'm doing some sessions about science of vocal harmony. Myself and Simon have done a session about the history of vocal harmony. I've got a session about Audacity, audio editing software. And I've also got, throughout the weekend, a few music theory drop-in sessions. So those are the ones you can just come to. And if you see those, you can just come and ask me anything you want about music. So if there's anything that hasn't made sense in the weekend, particularly, I guess, in the sessions that are more based on musical stuff, you can come into those and ask us, or ask me, anything you want to, and I'll maybe answer you. But yeah, I'm, as I say, very happy to be here. Obviously, I'm part of the youth collective as well as the main music team, and I wear a few different hats. And this is kind of half of my double life, the other half being as a mathematician.
Got a pretty quiet weekend then, yeah?
Yeah, man. And next week I've got a full weekend of mathematics interviews, so I'm switching over straight to my other hat, and I'm interviewing 15 people about maths. So that's fun. It's one then the other in quick succession. But yeah, very happy to be here and happy to see you all.
Okay, thank you, Fred. Thank you. That was great. I've got to say, with this arranging thing between Fred and Simon, it's like the battle of the two musical geniuses. So it's going to be epic. It's going to be epic. Next, I'm going to introduce Julia, who is on our music team, but she could not be here to introduce herself in person. So there's a pre-recorded introduction.
Hi everyone, I'm Julia Sweeney. I'm based in Leicester in the East Midlands in the UK. And this weekend for Collective College, I will be presenting a session on self-evaluation with Mike Dodd and Rhiannon Owens Hall. Hopefully you'll find the session really useful and it will allow you to evaluate your own singing and performance in a much more positive and kind way. And hopefully it'll help you to inform your practice going forward. We're really looking forward to seeing you all. Hopefully it's going to be a really exciting, great weekend. Over to you, Mike Dodd.
Oh, seamless. Thank you so much, Julia. Hi, folks. I'm Mike Dodd. I'm in Chester, Cheshire, close to the border with North Wales. So Julia's just highlighted the objectives of the self-evaluation session that Julia, Rhiannon and myself will be presenting. You will see some very familiar faces of people sharing their thoughts and feelings about their own singing and performance. Quite revealing, I assure you. So we do hope that you will be able to join us. So I'm just going to hand over to the third musketeer, and that is Rhiannon Owens Hall. Over to you, Rhiannon.
Thank you, Mike. Thank you. Yes. So, yes, I've been involved with the self-evaluation group. It was great being able to be part of that group as a person reflecting on their own practice and thoughts rather than having to do the presentation. So I really enjoyed that session. But there are other sessions that I've done as well. Oh, I've been here for a while. I've been here from the beginning, by the way. I'd just forgotten. I'm just like a piece of the furniture. Yeah, I've done quartet coaching under Glass, and we didn't have actually a quartet there. So 4 members of the collective got together and did a quick prep and then recorded, and I coached them live. So they were in one room and I was in another Zoom room and we coached. So there's some interesting things that's happened in that session. You might like to just watch it and see and think about the things that you saw happening in there. That's one session. And another one that I've done is basic conducting, because that's kind of my bucket, really. And you'll see some very familiar faces there. It was great to see people trying really, really hard with all the basic things that they need to do. But it's really good for anybody who gets thrown into having to take some singers. Just an idea of how to go about it and the basic principles, and help you get over maybe the fact that everybody's looking at you and there's only one of you. So I hope you come to that. And on top of that, I'm doing some vocal clinics as well. I've got quite a few people coming to see me on a one-to-one basis. So I'm going to be quite busy this weekend. In fact, I intend being busy the whole of the weekend. Enjoy yourselves. Back to you, Mel.
Thank you. Yes, back to me. It's nice of you to see people try real hard to try and do something with the conducting thing. I was there and I thought it was very, very hard, but very much fun that it was. So next in line is Leanne. Our Leanne isn't here today, sadly. She will have a session or a workshop on editing and how she does that for collective videos. And of course, she will introduce herself with a video. What else?
Hi everybody, it's me, Leanne. Have an absolutely amazing Collective College experience. I'm sorry I can't be with you tonight, but I just wanted to wish you all the best of luck. And to say there is a video for Introduction to Video Editing that I've made for you all that I hope you enjoy if you get the chance to see it. And the weekend's just going to be amazing. So enjoy every minute of it. And I will see you at the Afterglow on Sunday. Okay. Bye.
Wonderful. That was the gorgeous Leanne. Okay. So next, drum roll. Our guest of honor, Dr. David Wright, who has a music team background now also, the collective. So he's in one of the green rectangles. And Dr. Wright, we have the honor of having him present a workshop where he's going to be, I don't have the title, but it's about arranging. I know that he's going to introduce himself so he can tell you what he's going to talk about. But he's a composer, arranger, historian, and author, and is just known worldwide. And we are so grateful that you are here with us today. So Dr. David Wright, you can unmute yourself and introduce yourself. Thank you. Okay.
Thank you, Susan, and great to see all of you. I see quite a few faces of people that I know, and we've had experiences together in the past. It's just great to be here, and thank the organizers for the invitation to be here. I am also a mathematician in real life. I'm professor emeritus at Washington University in St. Louis, and I'm still actively doing research. So that's I'm a mathematician and a musician, and actually teach a course at the university on math and music. So I'm used to integrating those two subjects in my own brain and trying to help other people do that as well. I will be teaching, I am a arranger, I'm the associate director of Ambassadors of Harmony, I'm judge in the music category. I don't know what I'll teach history, teach arranging, do arranging mostly, but occasionally teach it. And that's what I've been asked to do. It's not so easy to come up with an arranging workshop or class online, I find, but I've done it a couple of times, so I'm getting better at it. The difficulty is going to be handling the various media when I'm sharing the screen and hoping nothing screws up. But anyway, I guess it's tomorrow at my 1:30 or 13:30. So I guess that's your 17:30, I think. I'm teaching arranging, and the class is actually called, what did I call it? Barbershop Arranging and the Challenges Phase. So I'm going to start at the very beginning and kind of explain what barbershop is, because I'm sure we'll have people at all levels, and talk a little bit about the chord vocabulary and voicings and whatnot. But then we'll go quickly on to, for example, the difference between arranging for men's and women's ensembles and mixed ensembles. And hopefully time will allow us to look at some examples of arrangements, men's, women's, and mixed, that have clearly been successful, and do a little bit of analysis of those to try to understand why they work. So that is what I'll be doing. That's the only class I'm teaching in this collective college. And so for those of you who want to learn more about that, I will see you tomorrow at your 17:30. I hope I got that time right. And thank you.
Yay. Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Wright. You are a man after my own heart. Your description of what it's like to prepare a workshop to do online, it's so different than a real life workshop, because I'm going through the same thing. So thank you for sharing that. And we're looking forward to your workshop, very much so. Next, we have from our music team, Nikki, who also is unable to be here in person, but we have a welcome from her recorded.
Hello everyone, it's Nikki here. Some of you will know me as a member of the music team, but in the real world, my job is as head of vocal and singing for Leicestershire Music Education Hub, which means I work a lot with teachers and also young people in either groups, classes or choir situations. My session tomorrow is all around singing with young people in a group situation and trying to make those sessions more musical. So if that's something that you do or are interested in, it would be lovely to see you, and I will share a few of my tips and tricks for working in a classroom and also some free resources that I use all the time. Hope to see you tomorrow.
So that was our own Nikki. And now we're going to two sisters. I'm not sure if you all know this, but Karen and Tony-Ann are sisters in real life. And they are a dream team when it comes to picking a song apart. I think they can talk for hours about it, and it's very enjoyable. So I'll hand over to Karen.
Thanks, Mel. You're too kind. You're too kind. Not be kind, too kind. Yes, we, my sister and I, love to pick a song apart and get into the guts of what makes it work, what makes it tick, what tools the arranger has used to bring out the best in the song. So without further ado, my name is Karen, and I live on the south coast of England in a little town called Havant. And right by the sea, which is really lovely, and it's been gorgeous today. It's been really, really lovely and hot. And I want to wish you all the very, 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 very best of fun this weekend. So that's it from me. I'll hand over to Tony-Ann.
Thanks, Karen. Hello, everybody. It's so exciting to be in this room. I've just got, honestly, I got a little tear in my throat. I'm so excited. So yeah, Karen and I were both raised in the beautiful barbershop community. So we've sung through childhood, 20s, 30s, but I actually hadn't sung for 20 years when the collective was formed, and it's really been such a beautiful way to re-enter the amazing singing community. So I just love being in the collective. I love everything about it, and Karen and I'm sure, are going to really love taking apart the Col Col, the collective college song, and just sharing with you the absolute joy of singing together, and what it is about music and singing that makes our hearts go wild. So I really look forward to seeing you guys throughout the weekend and having a lovely, lovely time together. Thank you.
Thank you, Tony-Ann. Next, we have Julie-Ann, who is here in person to do her own introduction. There you are.
I am. Hello, everybody. It's lovely to see you all. Yeah, my name's Julie, and I'm from Stockport, which is just south of Manchester in the northwest of England. My background is in singing and dancing. And then from there, I went into the fitness industry and started teaching aerobics and that kind of thing, dance classes, and then went into Pilates. So I'm going to be using my Pilates skills this weekend to run 3 different sessions. One is on posture and alignment, so how that relates to singing as well, of course. One is on strengthening the lower body, so lower body conditioning, getting those lower parts of the body ready for getting back on the risers and back to those in-person rehearsals after having maybe sat around on Zoom for quite a few months. And finally, there will be a stretch, a breathe and relax session. So I hope to see lots of you there. Have a lovely weekend.
Thank you, Julie. I'm looking forward to that. A bit of stretching would be fun, especially when we will be sitting a lot, I think. Our next presenter will be our own Debbie Claire Neath. I don't think she needs lots of introductions. Everything about her is, I think, performance. And she obviously will do sessions about performance kind of things and emotions and all of that. There you go.
Hi everybody, my name's Debbie Neath. I'm based in Leicester, which is right in the middle of the UK. We are the furthest people from the sea. And my sessions this weekend will be performance based. I'm from a musical theatre background and I'm running 3 separate sessions. I'm running one called Poetry in Motion, which is looking at the collective song, so Don't Let the Sun Go Down on Me, looking at the lyrics as if they were a piece of literature, so looking at the devices that the lyricist used to put over their message, and then maybe layer that with what the composer then did, and then look at what Simon then did on top of that to get the meaning across. Then there's another one that's called Put Some Emotion in It, which is looking at the instruction that directors give, put some emotion in it, without quantifying it at all, and looking at, well, is that the instruction we should be being given? And what do we mean by put some emotion in a song? So that'll be just a bit of fun singing along. That will be with the college song, looking at different ways of putting it over and what does that instruction mean and what do we actually need to try and do. And then there's a third one. These aren't necessarily in order, by the way, but there's a third one called Watch and Learn, which is looking at clips, YouTube clips of different performances and seeing if we can look at why they move us, if indeed they do move us, what things that they do could we bring to our performance, you know, what is it that moves us and what can we do to pass that on to people we sing for. They won't all be singing clips. Some will be some film clips and some acting clips, because we as singers have to do everything an actor does and more. So that's my 3 sessions. I'm really sorry I can't be with you tonight. I'm playing my clarinet very badly in a wind band concert, and it's the first concert back, and as I'm sure you all appreciate, these first live things back are really important to be at. So I'm playing my clarinet, as I say, playing my clarinet very badly in a wind band concert. So that's me, and I really, really hope to see you over the weekend. My 3 sessions are all live, so it'd be great to see you there and get some input from you. Okay, bye.
Yes, that was the famous Debbie Claire Neath. We love her. We love her. Next is the equally famous Heather Hurley, who is doing a workshop. I believe it's called Keep on Swimming, right, Heather? And
very close.
It's sort of it dovetails with mine. Mine is the psychology of performance anxiety, which is what's underneath that anxiety. And then Heather's is like what to do about it. Okay, so I'm going to turn it over to you, Heather.
Hi, everybody. My name is Heather. I live in Arlington, Virginia, in the U.S. on the East Coast. And by day, I'm an analyst for the federal government here in the Washington, D.C. area. But of course, by night, I am a member of the Collective Music Team. And I have 2 sessions this weekend. The one on Sunday that Susan was just alluding to is called Just Keep Swimming, Performing Under Pressure. And it contains some ideas, some tips, some tricks about how to calm those nerves that pop up before a performance for all of us, even and famous people. And so if I see you there, you'll get some ideas for what to do in the moments before a performance or even in the days and weeks leading up to a performance. My session on Saturday is called Mind Matters, Improving Your Memory for Singing and Life. And in that session, I'm also going to give you tips and tricks, but in that session, they're going to be about ways to improve your mind's ability to retain and recall information, whether it is a song, a speech, a shopping list, no matter what it is that you are trying to memorize. I'm going to give you some ideas to make that easier on yourself. So I wish everybody a wonderful weekend. I hope to see you where I see you.
Great, Heather. Thank you. Thank you. Next, I'm introducing Dr. Ginevra Williams. And I don't know, is Ginevra here or are we do we have a recording? No. Okay. So I'll just tell you a little bit about her. She is a leading expert in the field of vocal health and singing. She is an expert in the field of teaching singing. She was the first singing teacher to be awarded a PhD in voice science in the UK. Quite impressive. She's had a successful career as an opera singer and has a book called Teaching Singing to Children and Young Adults. Okay, and I believe, is her workshop pre-recorded, Melanie, or is it live?
I think Karen would know that.
Okay, I shouldn't ask questions like this. Okay, we'll figure it out. Okay, okay.
It's live. It's live.
Good. Okay. All right. So next is, oh, Mel, you're introducing next.
Oh, you can do it if you like.
That's
No,
okay.
I'll do it. It's okay. On Saturday morning and on Sunday morning, we have a warm-up with Nikki Atkins, and then we get to learn some Voces 8 rounds. And Anne is head of education for Voces 8, and she recorded a little message for all of you.
Hello, members of the Collective Choir. I hope you are gearing up for a fantastic weekend. My name's Anne, and I'm the head of education for the Voces 8 Foundation. You probably know that the foundation is made up of the vocal groups Voces 8 and Apollo 5. And we're all so pleased that you're going to be dipping into the Voces 8 Digital Academy this weekend. I hope you have a fantastic time, and all of Voces 8 and Paul, our CEO, send you their best wishes. Voces 8 has just got back from some concerts in Spain, otherwise they would be with me making a message for you. So please do enjoy the Digital Academy, and if you'd like to know more about it or explore it further, you can of course get in touch with us. You'll see all the details on the Academy website. And have a wonderful weekend, and I hope that I might be able to meet some of you in the future. Bye.
Okay, and now I'm going to introduce the rest of our music team who are here in person. And I hope we're not missing anyone now in the list. But we've got, and just wave when I say your name, John. Yay, Nicole. Suzanne. And Yannicka.
And we also have Miranda and Rachel, Susan Talbot, and we have Ian. And I think we have everybody now. If not, if we didn't name you, shout.
Hello.
Aviva, hi.
Oh, Aviva. Okay.
And me.
We weren't sure.
Yeah, you were on the list, but you were pronounced a bit differently than you were expecting, maybe. I think now we have everybody. That's good. And that brings us to the end of the introductions, and that means I'll hand over to Simon again.
Excellent stuff. I was just sitting here listening to all the amazing team we've got kind of here for you all. It kind of sometimes I forget just how many amazing people we have on the music team. So again, it's going to be an absolutely fabulous weekend. Again, huge thanks to the whole team. Again, I'll before the end of the weekend, I'll be waxing lyrical about the team and all the organization and stuff like that. But we really hope you have a great weekend. Obviously, in about 20 minutes time, we've got our first session, which is we're going to be running through the Collective College song, including doing some performance work on it. Obviously, Saturday and Sunday, we've got video sessions for that song. And we've also on the schedule, we've actually added an additional college song rehearsal, I think at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. So if you're in America, that might be a little bit early for you, although we know that some of you in America like getting up at 4 a.m. to come to sessions, and we love you for it. So, but I don't necessarily expect all of you to do that. So we've got a session at 8 o'clock, and actually this room's going to stay open, but I probably will get myself a cup of coffee, but it will stay open, and it's going to be an absolutely amazing weekend. Lots of stuff to look forward to. And again, hopefully we look forward to seeing you in a room. Just a quick mention about some of the YouTube pre-recorded things. We are pretty much for every single one of the sessions that are on YouTube, where we'll have a live chat monitor. So there'll be, so if you've got questions, feel free, if you're watching that live, to ask questions, and there will be someone keeping an eye on the majority of those sessions. And we will be actually going into those to make sure that if you do have any questions from any of those sessions, we will be looking at them and finding answers if we can. So try to make those questions about the session as opposed to just questions about life, because I'm not sure we've got the answers for all of those. Although you can try if you want to. I think that's everything. Oh, what was the message we were supposed to tell people about codes and stuff?
Not to share them on the page.
Videos. Sorry. If you are looking at videos, there's a couple of sessions where you will be sent to a OneDrive link and it will have a video. For some reason, OneDrive at the moment is not really allowing you to just press play. And they sometimes look like pictures and they're not, they're videos. It's nothing we've done. So if you find yourselves at any point during this weekend going to either to watch a recorded session or to go into a OneDrive, which is a recorded OneDrive session, then you need to download the video. So if you just click on the video and download it, it will play perfectly fine, just in case you're trying to get into any recorded rehearsals previously, or if you're getting access to any of those pre-recorded ones that are on OneDrive, you just need to download it to your computer or device and then play it, because we have had some issues with the tech side on that. And there's nothing we've done, but it just is something OneDrive's doing this weekend. The only other thing is if there's any issues with getting your codes, or like I think Olaf did mention that she'd struggled because the app wasn't picking her up having been registered. If there are any issues like that, then do please let us know. You can pop that in the chat of this room, because we're saving the chat from this session and there's people monitoring the chat in Zoom at the moment. So you can therefore let us know and we'll track that down and make sure that you've got access to your information you need to have on the app, because obviously the app will show you only if you're registered for Collective College. We're aware that the vast majority of Collective members have registered, but then that is how you get onto that information. So if you can't see the information, let us know. Okay. Is there anything else I've missed, Melanie, or are we about okay? I've actually managed to remember to say things at the right time. Who knew? Maybe I'm learning after 40 years. So folks, have a wonderful weekend. If you are going to stay around for the 8 o'clock session, it's in this room anyway. So feel free to kind of leave yourselves logged in if you want to. But we will be starting at 8. So I think probably we'll get a cup of tea or coffee or beer or whiskey, or probably for me, port, because I pretend it's good for my voice. I know it's not, but I just pretend that port's good for your voice. I'm going to drink some port, I think. And yeah, if you're in America and you're 8 hours behind us, it's too early for port. Not yet. Wait till later. Excellent. So I think, do I call this thing finished now, Melanie and Susan? This session is officially finished, but there's many more to come. It's